Welcome to another video, you guys. And today we're going to be talking about whether the GRE has gotten tougher or not. Now, before I actually get into it, I really want to tell you over here that I have drawn you an image, and there it is over here. Before I go ahead and explain this, I want to ask you to quickly hit the subscribe button because I'm going to be giving you massive value in this video and in the videos to come. And give me a thumbs up just so that it makes me more motivated to produce more videos. Alright, so now that you have done that, we'll go ahead and explain this image to you. So guys, what is this image and what am I trying to show over here? Okay, so really think of this image. Let me actually label these, in fact. So let's say that if I were to label these, let me say that I'll just add a heading over here, and this heading says, hey, this is the GRE score. Okay, so this is the GRE score of an applicant. You can say that the top level over here is 340, where basically that's the maximum GRE score, right? And the bottom thing over here, these are basically the students, and you can say that this is probably the, you can say over here, level of student. Okay, so how good a student is in reality. Okay, so if a student is really good, then what it means is that, hey, he has to be on the cornermost, on the rightmost part. Okay, now we're just comparing these students on the basis of their academic qualities, such as their math, their verbal section results, how good their math is, how good their verbal section is, and on the basis of that, the level of the student is shown over here. Now the GRE is basically a standardized test, right? So what it means is that the GRE would want this chart to never look like this. If four people whose levels, by the way, are not the same, this person is okay, he is better, this is better, and this is the best out of the batch, and the GRE is failing at showing you that, hey, this person over here is the best as compared to this person and this person, well, that means that the GRE failed over there. So that's really what the GRE is scared of, that their standardized test is not good enough to separate the students. If 5 people are getting 340 and really those 5 are not equivalent, one of those 5 is probably not as good as the other 2 or 3. In that case, the GRE has failed. Alright, and that's what they're scared of. That's what their job is as test makers, to make sure that their test can really, what they really want optimally is to look like this, something like this, like their test should produce results something like this. And this would be the most optimal kind of a variation that the GRE would want, that, hey, the level of the student and the GRE score is very directly proportional and their test is very accurate. Of course, this is not always the case. Alright, so what the GRE does to counter that, time and time again, what the GRE does is that they will try to see, alright, hey, look, last year maybe 10% of the students who took the GRE scored above 335. This year, maybe 15% did that. That means that the level of the students has been raising, and that means our test is actually failing. Our test is failing, so we need to make sure that the students do not score over 335, or they don't break the test, they don't beat the GRE. So what they usually do, and again, I drew you another picture over here. So what they usually would do is they will see, okay, well, if so many students of the same level are really on the top, basically, when the student level is not the same and our test is failing, what they'll try to do is they'll just, let me just actually go ahead and select that. It's a big screen. Alright, and they'll basically try to do this. Alright, so they want to add one more level up here. Now this is not to say that they're increasing the maximum score. It still remains 340, but they'll increase the test level in a way, right? So the test becomes a little bit harder, just a little bit harder, to make sure that maybe, hey, some of these points over here, now when they take the test next time, it's basically a little bit like this. Okay, so that's what they really want. Again, they want to make sure that the GRE is perfectly able to show the student level, the results are perfectly shown. And to do that, sometimes, hey, they will raise the bar over here. They will make the test a little bit harder. So yes, as a matter of fact, when you watch this video, and I think the summary would be that yes, the GRE has been on they're trying to make the test harder. I have personally seen it. The level of the questions, right, it has increased, definitely increased by a lot, especially when it comes to the math section, the quantitative section. The level has increased, and it's only so that the GRE does not become obsolete. It's only so that the GRE can tell the universities, look, our test is perfect, this is what's going on, our test is credible, so you should continue to accept it. The day this graph starts looking like this, that's the death of the GRE. That's when the GRE is no longer going to be used by the universities. They're not going to be using it because it's not credible enough. Hey, four students, different levels, but the GRE is not able to predict the difference, right? So that's what I was trying to show you in this video. I think it's really important to understand what their perspective is, right? Like the GRE builder, ETS, right? ETS's perspective. This is what the perspective is, guys. And I wanted to bring that to you. I really hope that you will subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. I have a lot more content coming towards your way. So yeah, stick on the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much. Goodbye. Take care.